That's what we say, like, just bring your strengths to the team, and then we'll each be a part of that, right?
I need that.
I know. We all need that, because I can't do that at all. Are we on? I think we are. Okay. All right, you guys, welcome to our May Stokes Region monthly meeting. I'm so excited to see everybody. What a beautiful night it is. And I'm just thankful that you guys took some time away from your family tonight to be here, or you brought your family to be here with you, like many of us did. I'm not sure where our husbands went, but
I went to a place to get here.
oh, there you go. Ryan, you didn't go with them. Shoot. But again, just want to thank you guys for being here. And if you are a guest tonight, first of all, we want to welcome you and thank you for being here. And we just like to let you guys know, just have an open heart and an open mind to what you're going to hear tonight, because I know the first time that I heard about Arbonne 11 years ago, I was a big fat no, absolutely not. My background is actually as a grade school teacher. I taught elementary school for I've had my credential for 23 years. So off and on for the last 23 years, I've taught. And Teresa, are you looking for the sound? Oh, okay. And my best friend from college called me up. I was living in Los Angeles. She was living in Pennsylvania at the time. And she said, Trace, I started this business. It's going to be amazing. We'll vacation together. We'll be able to be together more. And I want you to do this business with me. And at the time, I was a stay-at-home mom. And I was like, why would I start a business? I took some time off as a teacher to raise my children. Why would I start a business when I'm super happy at home? And I don't do one of those things. Those are weird things. My husband was like, no, you're not doing one of those things. So what I did do, though, is I supported her in her business, and I started using the products. Back then, they had what we called an RSVP. So I ordered all my skincare, and I ordered products for my home, and I supported her that way. And for the next 5 years or so, just kind of watched her from afar and didn't ever talk business with her, ever. And then 5 years ago, my job was cut. I went back to teaching, and my teaching job was to cut by 60% that year. And at the time, when you have a dual family income and you're used to having this money flowing in, and then it immediately stops at 60%, you're like, holy moly, what am I going to do now? And that's exactly what we said in the fall of 2009, I think it was. That's where our family went, oh my gosh, what are you going to do now? Your kids are in sports. We're staring down the barrel of all these bills and debt, and you still can teach for 2 days. Okay, you get to teach Thursday and Friday. What are you going to do the rest of the day? So, a lot of things crossed my mind. I love Starbucks, so I thought maybe I would work at Starbucks. I love to shop, so I thought maybe I'll work at, like a high-end retail store. But then all throughout those thought process was, you're going to make money for somebody else. You'll be a slave to their schedule. You might have to work weekends or holidays. And having 2 young kids, I was like, that's not going to work for me. And then lo and behold, Tiffany and I, my best friend from college, ended up going away for the weekend. And I flew up to Vail, to Colorado, where she lived. At the time, she had moved from Pennsylvania to Colorado, and she had a second home in Vail. And she picked me up in her white Mercedes, and I was like, what's going on here? Like, yeah, well, this wasn't us in college, We took the same classes, we lived together, and she never even dripped at all up to me about how this business was very lucrative to her and how she was hugely successful in it. She was very humble about it. And then we got home and her husband was at home. And she's like, yeah, he's a stay-at-home dad now. I retired him. I'm like, okay, really, maybe I should talk to her a little bit about what's going on in this business. So just very little bit over that weekend, she told me and showed me what she was doing. And I tell the story all the time. It's so true. I stayed at her home, and there's Arbonne everywhere in her house. And I seriously thought it was staged, because I thought she was just trying to get me to start the business. But now, as Arbonne consultants, we know that you use everything Arbonne, because it's the best product out there. So I came home from that weekend and I thought really long and hard. I talked to my husband. He finally took a step back and said, let me take a peek at this business plan. Because if this is something you're serious about and you can make your own hours and be your own boss and work it into the nooks and crannies of your day of teaching, then I need to take a peek, because he's corporate America business guy. And so he did, and he was like, you know what do you have to lose? Give it a shot. And that's what Tiff said to me. She said, Trace, where will you be 5 years from now if you keep doing exactly what you're doing? And I'm like, that's not a very good thought. And are you okay with that? And I was like, no, I'm not. And then she said, Trace, what if Brandon were to lose his job and you were working 2 days a week? Where would you be? We would have to sell our home, sell our cars, probably move out of Auburn. And we moved up here for the schools and for the people and to raise our kids in a safe environment away from Los Angeles. And we were looking at if he lost his job, we would probably have to move back to LA and live with my parents. And he's like, okay, that's not going to happen. So I took a huge leap. I took a huge leap of faith. I trusted my best friend. I trusted in the process. And that was 5.5 years ago. And I was able to stop teaching after doing Arbonne for 1.5 years. And I haven't looked back. I know why I'm doing this business is because of all of you sitting in this room. And even if you're not on this team yet, you'll understand why. We work so closely. And you meet people in this business that are like none other. There's one person in this room, I think, and that would be you, Annie, that I barely knew before doing Arbonne. Everybody else I have met through doing this business, and I wouldn't change for the world. You know, when you do girls' weekends, we go out and we have fun together, and we want to be together. And this business brings amazing people into your life, and you're able to bless other people with this business. So you know, Leslie and I were talking. It's like this is the best business out there. There are times when you get frustrated. There are times when it may not be your best day, but your worst day in Arbonne is nothing compared to your worst day in corporate America or teaching. And I'm so happy for you, Amy. I'm so happy because Amy is a teacher as well, and she has 17 days, 16 days left, and she's going to stop teaching. And I'm so proud, and I'm so grateful that you're here with us, and it's just super exciting because I know that feeling. It's awesome. It's freeing. Yeah, I'm gonna cry because I still get to sub now, and that's the blessing in it. You know, I actually am subbing. I subbed last Friday for little first and second graders, and I love that. But then I was like, shut the door. I'm off. No parents. You know, no report cards. None of that. So. I share that with the guests here, is that this has been a huge blessing for all of us sitting in this room, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't and weren't convicted that this business has something to offer for everybody. So we're just going to go through a little bit about what Arbonne is, and I love what this says here. Are you ready to make a change? My daughter made an amazing gift for me on Mother's Day, and I posted it on Facebook. I usually cry because my son's graduating high school, and so I get really emotional about that, and you can understand that. But she asked me last week, she's like, Mommy, what's your favorite quote? I said, be the change you want to see in the world. And that's my quote. And so she made me this poster, and it had butterflies, and butterflies are my little symbol right now because it means transformation, and I'm in this huge transformational stage in my life. And she made this heart of all these cut out butterflies that said the quote around it. And that's what I said, are you ready to make a change? Because obviously you're here for a reason if you're a guest. And if you're not a guest and you're a consultant in Arbonne, you have decided to make a change in your life for one reason or another. And that's your journey. I know my change was to make sure we were financially secure and to be home with my kids. That was a huge change for me. So what is that change you're looking for? And it changes. Your reason why changes throughout your journey. So I just encourage you to really take it all in and ask yourself, are you ready to make a change? because it's the best change you're going to make in your life. So here's a little bit about Arbonne. We are a 34-year-old company with botanically based, amazing, the best products I have ever used in my life. People ask, how long have you been using them? Literally for 11 years I have been using these products, and I have tried things throughout just to kind of test to see. There is nothing out there like Arbonne, and I truly, honestly believe that. Cutting edge research, you can kind of see what the Arbonne story is. Our generous compensation plan, and it is willable to your children once you hit the second level in this company, and we'll go through that in a little bit. So my business is now willable to my children if something were to happen to me. And then we have a global opportunity, you guys. We're in different countries. Again, we'll go through that. And then our state-of-the-art distribution center. We have an amazing, amazing customer service. You know, we've been on some changes throughout the last few months with our website and whatnot. But a really great thing today was I called VP support and I was on hold for like 30 seconds. And I was so excited. I was like, I seriously called VP support and I was ready to jump in the shower to leave it on hold. And I was naked. And she's like, oh my God, you answered. I'm like, oh my God, Mary, you answered the phone. So, sorry, you can plug your ears or Wesley. He's like, what did I come to here? So the product advantage, again, plant-based, the highest quality products you're going to find, or pH correct and hypoallergenic. I love that there's companies out there that can actually say, oh, we're hypoallergenic on their labels, but people have an allergic reaction. So in Arbonne, they test on a human panel, and if one person has an allergic reaction to the formula, they throw it away and they start over. And I know that as a complete fact to be true because Tiffany is a tester, honest to goodness. And Dr. Peter, we saw at the VP reception, and he's like, oh, this is Tiffany. I test her skin all the time. If something doesn't work for her, then they throw it out and they try over. And that's been true since she started this business. Vegan certified, dermatologist tested, not just recommended. So you can go to a dermatologist and he can give you like Aquaphor or something and say, here, use this, but they've never actually tested it. So we have dermatologists on site that test our products on humans, not on animals, and we don't have animal byproducts. And then we come from a Swiss heritage, which we know the Swiss formula, the standards are so much higher than they are in the US. There's over 1,000 ingredients that are banned in Europe that the US still uses. So when you look at that and we come from that Swiss heritage, we're so proud of that. Again, we talk about our products that they're formulated without. And you guys, this was 35 years ago they started formulating without these products. It's not just jumping on the bandwagon now. They have been gluten-free, without petroleum. Again, no animal products or byproducts, no formaldehyde. I don't know if anybody has ever had an allergic reaction to formaldehyde, but it's awful. You don't ever want that to happen. So no chemical dyes or fragrances, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, which is why we love our fizzies and our teas. And I don't know if anybody has been using the Phytosport, but I have. Oh my God, is that stuff awesome? Mm-hmm. I have had the best workouts in my life by drinking the pre. And then today, Tiffany Amzell posted this. Take the chocolate shake and put the post in it, and it's like a strawberry chocolate smoothie. I just shook it up right after, put some ice in it. It was fantastic. So it was great. I love our products. And the pre with the hydration in it, I just take in and I drink throughout my workout, and it's awesome, awesome, awesome. No parabens or phthalates either. I had no idea what those things were, you guys, before I started Arbonne. I really didn't. I was just like, sunscreen. Okay, I'll just use this. And oh, makeup. You know, just kind of used what my mom had taught me to use and never really. Does your girl have blonde hair, Mom? She's walking outside.
My daughter?
No, a guest.
Oh, my guest. My
yeah. She just walked by. Yeah, I think that might be. Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Brandy, is there Brandy here?
Oh, yeah, it's way up the street. Yeah, go straight up Bell and cross the freeway and turn left. Yes, the other way. Yeah. Taco Tuesday. So yeah, I didn't really know what I was putting on my kid's skin, to be honest. I just kind of used whatever I thought was okay. I used pretty good stuff on myself, but that's again because my mom just taught me. So after starting Arbonne and reading the ingredients, we took the garbage bag and dumped everything in it and then got Arbonne products. And I do remember within the first few months as I started getting rid of a bunch of stuff, my son said, Mom, you think you're a doctor, don't you? And I'm like, no, I just love you to death and I want you to be around for a really long time. So you're going to use these products and we're not going to go to Target and buy X. You're going to actually use Arbonne products and we're going to get paid to use our own products. So once he got that, he understood. So you can see the wide range of products that we have. We have something for everybody. If you have hair and skin and you eat, we have something for you. You don't even have to have hair, right? Arbonne has been tested. I kind of skimmed through this because for me, and this might not, here's what I was going to say. I talk from my heart. I'm not a numbers person. I go by how it feels and what I see. So when I see this, I'm like, cool, 96% of the subjects have immediate moisturization. I'm like, oh, Amtrak train crashes in Philadelphia. It's okay, you can leave it there. But anyways, I mean, all these things are great for me, but if it doesn't work for me, then it doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. But what I do know is it works for me and it works for my clients. And that's what I see. I know, again, I've seen results. I've seen immediate results. I've seen results over time. And when your husband notices that your eyes look really good, and it's not just because, it works, right? Like, oh, come on. We love the healthy living. I love the healthy living because when you use these products and you cut out all the toxic ingredients that is out there, you don't realize what you're missing and how good you actually feel. And so again, I didn't know a lot about toxins in our food. I knew I couldn't have gluten for the most part, so I took that out, but I didn't know what to replace it with. And now that we have these amazing products that you can replace with the shakes and the fizzies, Leslie and I were just enjoying a fizzy at the bar, and we're like, that to me is awesome. The fizzies are to die for. I cannot live without the fizzies. Most of my clients aren't either. So we reduce the toxins and we increase the number of toxins we eliminate. We eat clean, try to avoid allergenic foods, and you just feel great. You look great, you feel great, you want to share it with people, you want to talk to people about how good you feel. And that's what I tell people. I'm here, when I go do my events, I'm just here to educate. I'm just here to share these products. It's your choice whether you want to look good and feel good and drink our Kool-Aid, but it's really good. So come and try it. And again, it's just a healthier alternative. No dairy, soy, gluten. And we kind of talked about this really quickly. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my amazing area manager in Qual, Stacy, who's going to finish the presentation for us.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy. Awesome.
My name is Stacy Malashevsky, and I am an area manager in qualifications. And I'll just briefly tell you how I got introduced to Arbonne. It was 8 years ago, and my son was about 6 months old, and he had a really bad diaper rash. So I actually was introduced through our baby line with the diaper rash cream. So he had really bad eczema as well, and then I kind of started using the skincare. And at the time, I was a wholesale buyer, so I was just buying at discount. And I tried the products and used them for about 5 years until my lovely friend Annie over here, she had been to a party that I hosted, and she said, "Listen, are you still using Arbonne?" would you have any interest in the business? And at the time, I was the after school director at Colfax Elementary. I had my third baby, and again, they cut my hours, and it just was very backwards in our family. I was going to work, enjoying those children, and stressing out with my own. So I jumped in as well, and I said, yes, I'll do this, and kind of, you know, didn't really know what I was doing, but here I am 4.5 years later, and was the best decision I made. So I'm going to talk a little bit about more of the business aspect of Arbonne and why it is a great opportunity for you, if you're a guest, to try this out, because like Tracy said, there's not much to lose. So why Arbonne particular? Why not another network marketing that sells clothes? You know, why this business? So one is we have consumable products. So that is products that can be used, and then you're going to use it till it's all gone, and then you need to order more. So not very many places or companies do that. I mean, I bought a shirt, well, I don't need another one of these, you know, like, or they said like plates, or, you know, or kitchenware, whatever, you know. Yes, you might have something that breaks and you order it, but you're not going to have people that are routinely ordering you 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. So you're building a clientele, and that clientele, I mean, I know Tracy's had her same clients for 5.5 years, you know, so that's going to help sustain your business, are these products, and that people will be reordering them. Also, the demand for health and wellness. So we have products for everybody, from babies, obviously, to older people that are looking, again, for a health change, people that are looking, again, to change their skin, people who want to look better through cosmetics. I mean, we have something for everybody. So we provide those products that are competitive with other products out there. And then why, you know, again, why would you do this? What's the importance? What's it going to do for you? What's that change going to be in your life? It's the ability to leverage time. Whatever it is that you're trying to change in your life, if it's staying home with the kids, is it the ability to be flexible? Is it the ability to travel? I mean, whatever it is, you're building your business so that you can have that time for whatever your choice is. And then also, we are internet-based, so we not only do this business through meeting with others or having shows or going to trade shows, but our clients can order on the internet 24/7. You don't specifically need to be right in front of them. They can order at midnight, and you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I just got paid, you know? So that's what's another thing. We don't stock products in our closets, you know. They can order right through the internet, and that's amazing. Again, the ability to leverage your time. Do I go? Okay. Okay, so how does that work, leveraging our time? What makes us different? Well, we're a network marketing business, and what is, kind of people cringe when they hear network marketing. What is that? What is that? Basically, it's a type of distribution system with our products. So our products go, as you can see, this is a traditional distribution method, but our products actually come from the manufacturer, go through a consultant or not, just the internet, and then they go straight to the consumer. But with a traditional business model, they go through all these different steps. So the wholesaler, the warehouser, the sales force, the retailers, and then it finally goes to the consumer. What does that mean? Well, they are marking up those products every time it goes through each step. What does that mean for the product? It means that they have to use cheaper ingredients so that they can mark up that price to make it worth their while to sell it to you. Well, then the consumer ends up being the victim, because then they have all this cheap ingredients on their skin or in their bodies. So we don't have that, because what happens is Arbonne has used a network marketing model so that they can put money into our products and make them the highest quality products. But not only that, us as consultants get paid to do that. We're their advertisers, we're the warehouser, we're the sales force. That's us. So they can do that and give us a great compensation for that. So, different. And there it is. I'm sorry, I forgot there was a slide for that. So again, that's just showing where it goes to, and then with our consumable products, you get repeat, which makes repeat income. It's going to help sustain your business and leverage your time. And then with Arbonne, so you can switch, so brands, and start using, so like Tracy said, you want to get out that garbage can because you're going to realize what all the products you have at home, what's in those, you know, the ingredients and what they're doing to you. Whatever we put on our skin goes into our bloodstream in 26 seconds. So it's scary to think when you start reading ingredients, oh my goodness, like FDA does not regulate any personal care products. I mean, even for babies. I mean, that's lotions, hair, makeup, whatever, any kind of personal care products. So yes, you're going to be, you know, really dumping that stuff and buying Arbonne. Start switching. And then also, as a consultant, you're going to get 35 to 50% off every time you order. Our clients, we have a preferred client program. They can get 20 to 40% off products. So it's amazing to people to get people, you know, this to be able to change, you know, what they're using and at a great discount. And then how do we make money? How does that happen when people order? Well, we earn a personal commission, and we have overrides by selling our products, building our teams, and helping others do this business and helping their clients, and then teaching others to do the same. So we're leveraging that time, but we get to share, we get to help give people choices for whatever it is that they might need to do to change their lives. And then this is kind of a slide to help show you that where our product lines fit into the global economic market. So we have our anti-aging is like an 80 billion market, lip saver, which is kind of funny, $500 million market, just for you know, chapstick. Acne market, 8.5 billion. So this kind of shows you, you know, we have the products that are going to be economically growing. This is not things that are going to fade out in the future. So you know, when you start this business, you have a future for a long, long time. So I love that because, I mean, 2,100%, you know, it's going to grow. So, and Arbonne is always on the forefront of making sure that they're bringing out new products that are going into these, you know, economic markets of personal care. So also, what's nice about Arbonne is we're not limited to a certain area. We have the ability to grow globally. So we're also in, right now we're in United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and we just recently opened in Poland, and then we're going to be going into Taiwan. So that's a huge market that we're opening up next year. And what's nice about that is that, you know, Arbonne is seeking places to help us grow globally. So we're not just building these local, you know, businesses. We have the opportunity to be all over the world. So it's all right. So yeah, and that's what's, we learned a lot about that at GTC this year is how can we do that? Well, we can do it through Facebook, through social networking, through Instagram. We have our Zoom meetings. You can Zoom meeting with people if you have a consultant in Poland, or you can do these opportunities over the phone. So we have a lot of resources to help us do that. So we're just not limited to here. This is our wonderful compensation plan. And so we're going to get to the nitty gritty. This is where people are like, yes, I want to see the numbers. Arbonne has 4 different levels of management. We all start off as consultants. We get that great 35% off. That's one of our, the way we get an income. Well, once you get to, when you sign up as a consultant, our first level is district manager. And we say you want to get there the quickest as possible. The average time is 1 to 5 months, but you can earn anywhere from $240 to $1,500 plus. What's awesome about Arbonne too is that they give you a chance to earn a bonus on top of that income. So you have the opportunity to make even more money just because you can. So we always say don't leave that on the table. This way the compensation plan helps you grow. It helps you build your business. So, and they compensate you along the way. You want to reach those different levels to get that income. Area manager, that's the level where now your business is willable to your family. So if anything happened to you, your business would be able to run and they would get that money or that income. At that level, the income average is $1,200 to $3,000, and you can get there anywhere to 5-11 months, or sometimes it might be longer. It just depends on your journey. And then regional vice president, that's when you get the Mercedes. So Arbonne gives you a bonus every month to make your payment for your Mercedes, and that's again on top of your income. They're giving you so many opportunities to be successful and to be able to live with all these choices, if it's money, if it's time, if it's freedom. And then 1 to 3 years to get to that level. And then our top level is national vice president. So, I mean, if you were in a traditional business market or, corporate America, there might be 10 levels before you ever get to a CEO position, if you ever do. And Arbonne, there's only 4. And that's just, there's not a ceiling on that. Even if you get to this position, you still can make unlimited income. There's no cap on it. So again, $21,500 a month. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what that would be like, but it happens, and we see it time and time again when we go to our global training conference. It's so humbling to see that these women and men, they are making that money, but they are so humble and they want you to be there with them. And that is so motivating for us and inspirational. 3 to 5 years to get to that level. So again, what I love about Arbonne is that we're here to help others have this opportunity. That's our job, is to share not only about the products, but to help people be able to do that. Some of the fears and hesitations, I've had them, we've all had them. I don't have enough time. As Tracy said, we can fit Arbonne however you want. It's your business, so you can make it whatever time in the day. You can have blocked out times in the day. You can do a show on a Tuesdays, and that's, or Wednesdays, or it's up to you. And that's what's fantastic, is you can have that flexibility. Again, time is, you could be leveraging. So whatever you're doing, it could be your plan A eventually, not your plan B. I don't have enough money. Again, Arbonne gives us so many opportunities, not only with a fantastic discount, but a great commission. So this is a business. We don't want to, downplay that at all. It is a business, but whatever you put into your business is your investment, and you're going to get that much more out of it. So if you think about it that way, it's great, and you'll be very satisfied with how your business grows. I don't know enough people. Well, you're lucky you're in network marketing. So you can know 4 people, and then those people know people, and then those people know people. Like Tracy said, she only knew 1 person in this room. That's how network marketing works. We share and we meet other people, and then they share, and then it goes so on and so forth. So you don't need to know that many people, but you will meet people along the way. What will people think? I think I talked about this last time. Honestly, we all care what people think. I mean, we really do. And that is a common fear. What's neat and cool about this business is that it pushes us, and it pushes us past that fear. Yes, we may always have that fear inside of what are people going to think. Oh, you're selling like lipstick,
you know, why are you doing that? Why aren't you being a teacher? Why aren't you being an after-school director? Why aren't you, you know, whatever it is you're doing now? You have to think that this is, yes, a business, but it's going to be what it is that you want it to be. It's going to be your vehicle to make that change and to push past that fear. And Arbonne and our team gives us so many resources and so many opportunities to help grow and go past that fear. If it's through tools, inspiration, motivation, we have it all. And not many other businesses, I think, have that, or companies give that to their consultants. So that's why I'm so thankful that I'm doing Arbonne and not something else. And then again, what am I getting into? I hope I helped you learn what you're getting into, because it's amazing. There's nothing scary about it. I love that they say, you know, Arbonne is work, but it's not hard work. It's easy work. But, you know, you just make sure you have the mindset that, yes, this is a business, but I'm going to get amazing benefits out of it. And then dream big. So with Arbonne, again, it could be your vehicle to make your dreams come true, whatever, you know, those dreams are. For me and my family, it's the opportunity to have a stability and income. My husband's a general contractor, and we don't have somebody who, you know, is paying our insurance, or, you know, a company that is helping us, you know, invest money. It's just us, that's it. So doing Arbonne has definitely helped us have stability in our family. It's given us a supplemental income. And one of my whys when I started this was not only to be at home with my kids, but to be able to set up a security for our family and be able to start investing in our future. And that's the vehicle that drives me in doing this. And along the way, the travel and the jewelry and all that's nice too, and the car. So will you say yes to your future today? And instead of asking, what if it doesn't work, ask yourself, what if it does? So I hope that you got something today out of this. If you're a guest and if you're a consultant, I really hope that you took a little something maybe that you didn't hear, and we want to thank you for coming.
Actually, probably, so we can move that up. Awesome. I love that question. You are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. Because, you know, you can't change your past, and you don't even know what's going to happen in the future. But the choices that you make today can absolutely change your future if you allow them. So I love that. So now that our favorite time is, we do recognition for the month of April. And I think we had our best month ever last month. We know GTC always kind of spikes us and gives us that push, and we get the new products. And if you're a guest, make sure you check out those new products. But I know we just had a killer month that just leads us into that momentum for even more. But first, before we recognize our team, if you are a guest, can you please come up in a row? So this is just our way of saying thank you for coming. And maybe you'll look at this tonight or tomorrow, and you'll say, hey, you know what? Maybe I do need to make some kind of change. And this is not The Bachelor, so you know, you decide right now. Like, this world, like, you don't have to say right now, yes, you're in. Yes. But we recommend that you really give it a shot. We usually tell people, you know, give it a few months. What's the worst that could happen? That you use these awesome products that you have for the rest of your life for you and your family? That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you could be that MVP in 1 to 5 years, making $21,000. I think I would take that chance. I did, and those of us that are in this room have taken that chance. So we have some new consultants on our team, which is the lifeblood of our team, and we get so excited about these people. So if we call your name, then if you would please come on up, and if they're not here, then we'll clap for them as well. Danielle, new consultant on our team. And I didn't want to butcher the last name. What?
everybody on there.
Yay, we're so excited. And Danielle came in and came to a few events recently, especially I think got into it because of the healthy living, which many people do. And we're just so thrilled to have you as a part of our team, and you bring amazing energy. So we're so excited. And then Karen Alicio, she's not here, but Teresa sponsored Karen. Heather Dockendorf is not here, and as well as Mariah and Amy sponsored both of them. So yay. Awesome. And then we have quite a few people that are in qualification for district. So that means they're on their way to that first level of management. And when you do that, you give yourself a 50% pay raise. So we encourage people to get there as quickly as possible, because then you are capable and able of earning the bonuses and all the other good incentives, the trips and the extra things that we'll talk about in just a minute. So those that are in qualification for district are Tiana. Tiana's not here, but Teresa and Ryan's daughter, yay. Stacy Younger, come on up. Oh yeah, they want to see you on the screen.
Congratulations.
Stacy worked so hard, and she also earned our challenge at GTC, booking the most events in a 24-hour period. And so we really knew she was going for it, and she never stopped. She's like, I'm gonna do it. Who has this thing? Who has that? I'm gonna go. Talisa Crandall, she's in Reno. So hi, Talisa, if you're watching. She's called. And then we have Melanie Apostolos. She's also district call. She's in Reno. Not in Reno. She's in Roseville. She was trying to get up here, but maybe she was stuck in traffic as well. And then we have Jeanette Reynolds. Would you smile? Come on now, you're happy. No, you're fine. Way to go. Good job. We don't have any new district managers, but I know those that are in qual are going to be pushing, and we'll be celebrating them next month for district managers. And then we do have somebody in qual for area, and that would be Miss Lucy. So congrats! Yay! So exciting! Oh, you have some. Take some more. And then we have some people who earned their district bonus. So that's an extra 2 normally, but Arbonne was so generous that they bumped it up this past month and this current month, that if you earn that district bonus, it's not 2, but it's 4. Correct, right?
Yes, if they were GTC.
If they were GTC, right, that's right. And we do have Britta Haynes, who earned I know, she was so nervous about that, but we eked it out. We all wait till. Oh my gosh. Love that girl. I also earned my district manager bonus, so yay. And then the area bonus is an extra $400 in your paycheck when you get to the area level. And so I earned that as well. So I'm excited because of all of you.
So your bonus is bigger, actually, because we're doing this system.
Because of the GTC. Yeah. I might need it because of GTC. It's always so fun coming back from that. And then I'm just going to celebrate a few who had some super sponsoring. We know that sponsoring equals growth in our business. So you could be selling all you want, but unless you're sharing this business and this opportunity with people and building a team, then it doesn't necessarily benefit all. Does that make sense? So sponsoring, when you're sharing this with people, it equals your growth in Arbonne. So our top district sponsor was Britta. Come on up, Britta. Sponsored 8 last week. Yeah, way to go. Woo, thank you. Yay. You can make it up to the camera now. Then we have Teresa. Come on up, Teresa. Under this the rule, you have to. I know, that's right.
And then third in that category was Amy. Oh, here. Yay! Awesome. And then just kind of along those lines, it kind of falls suit. If you're sponsoring, then you also have the sales. So top district sales was Britta. Go myself. Go Britta. I know. She had an awesome month. We're each gonna give you one. Yes. We're gonna go home with a bouquet. Oh, you shouldn't be. See, you should be celebrating. Teresa. Come on. There you go. And then Stacy. So now you have to keep these. Yay! Awesome. Way to go, you guys. And then, like I said, we had a great month. We went halfway nation last month, so we continued that momentum. And everybody just do what they're doing. And like Tiff said last week on the call, everybody +1. So just think of your business and add 1 to that. And if you can do that, then you're on your way. So we did have share the momentum earners. I don't know if I read something incorrectly, but recently I just saw that it looked like, did they change the dates on that?
No, there's just when you're going to get it.
Oh, okay. So share the momentum was if you sponsored a new consultant that had 350 order, then you get the call. And so Teresa did that, Amy did that, and myself did that. So you sponsored Mariah, right? So you'll get your clock. I didn't give you guys the roses. And then I like to do 2 little gifts that I think are really important. The first one I'm going to start with is perseverance. And for me, when I went region, that was my big word, is perseverance. You have to persevere, and you have to really overcome obstacles in this business, not only on the outside, but also on the inside. I think that's one of the hardest things is you listen to those little gremlins in your head, and you're like, okay, I can get through this. No, I can't. Yes, I can. And this person that I'm giving this gift to had an event on the very last day of the month, and she went through it, and she did it, and went through, and she was putting those orders in. She's like, I am not giving up. I'm going to do it till the end, and even if I have to stay up till midnight, I'm going to do it. And so, Jeanette, you have the perseverance. Well, not to mention that you also, took a little hiatus and then came back and said, this is really, really what I know I'm called to do. And I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna go through it. And a lot of us go through that. You take some time off, but I know in your heart, you know that this is the right place for you. And just watching her do that event, I was like, there's no reason I need to be here. It was like, you were born for this. You were born to be up and talk in front of people and share this. So I'm so proud of you. And then the next gift is the leadership award. And for me, what this shows is somebody who shows those leadership skills. We have to grow into the leader that we are, and it's not easy. Growth is personal growth. We have to be reading. We have to constantly be working on ourselves. And I will tell you that this person reminds me of that every day. And they're constantly telling me what they're reading, or maybe they send me SoundClouds, or maybe they're like, okay, I'm listening to this book on my car ride. This person commutes every other week to do a job in a different area. And I know she's constantly listening to Learn and Burns and SoundClouds. And she just sent me one last night, as a matter of fact. And then she also has 2 new people on her team, and she's teaching them to be leaders. And so, Britta, you have the leadership award. And she's so coachable too. She's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And you're constantly, striving to do better and to do more. And you think that this is what I know I did to my sponsors. I called her all the time and I asked her questions, and that's a true sign of a leader, that you want to grow as a person and you want to do better and you want to learn.
And you're going to be a rock star in this business. So you already said it at GTC that you're going to be up on that stage, and we have no doubt that you will be. So awesome. Cute little accident. And let's be proud of your mama.
I want to cry. Thank you.
And then I'm gonna give you this, even though you haven't done anything yet. But Leslie, I just wanted to give you a nice little gift of gratitude. We know that we love to read, and this is a personal book of mine. This is my sister-in-law that has written this book, and I love to give it out to people, my clients. So it's my sister-in-law and her partner, and they're double PhDs. And so this is Manifesting Your Mindset, which goes perfectly with our business. And I'm just grateful that you came all the way over the hill to share with us. So she's going to do a little training for us. And then we'll do a raffle when we're done.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little training, you guys. Thanks, Tracy. And thanks for opening up your meeting to us. I have Emily is our new consultant on my team, and she lives here locally, and so I'm really excited that she's here tonight. And Tracy and I are we're kind of like soul sisters. We've developed a really very sweet friendship, and that's something that's really awesome in this business, is that you develop relationships and friendships with people, and that is a huge, huge blessing. It's the friendships. So my training tonight, you guys, I'm going to give you a few tips on, it's called Top Tips for Smooth Month Close. I bet we could all use that. Chunking your time and goal sheets. So they all fit together. There's a few important dots that you want to connect throughout your month. It's like anything. Anything you set your mind to, there's dots that you need to connect. You can sort of visualize a recipe. You know, you have steps that you have to do to get to the finished product. In Arbonne, we have steps we follow to get to where we want to go. Well, the metaphor I'm using is connecting the dots. And hopefully the dots that I'm going to share with you will make a connection and help you with your month end. So connecting the dots creates a lead to the next step and eventually complete something. So like I said about the recipe and anything else that you're setting out to do, there's the steps. So often my team is cramming at the end of the month. Do any of you ever do that? No, you're not supposed to tell me that. Right, we don't cram at the end of the month, do we? We're not like scrambling trying to get those last orders, or people aren't calling Tracy going, I can't find her PC number and she's got this huge order and it's gonna get me to my bonus. Can you help me? And Tracy's like, it's 9:58. But she doesn't say that. She's like, sure, we'll get through it, right? So the tips that I'm going to share will hopefully help alleviate that. So let's see, where am I? So it creates a lot of stress when we're not prepared at the end of the month, oftentimes. I know I feel it in my business. It gets stressful, but it's an excitement too. You know, it's an exciting stress. But we all handle stress differently. So it's also been a little challenge with our new system, and I think that's what's caused a lot of the stress at the end of the month. So that will pass. They'll weed all that out. But I think these steps will help to alleviate the stress at month end and not to have stress on your clients and your PCs and your team. So the first thing you want to do, I recommend, is filling out a goal sheet. I printed one out here. And this is we're going to take a goal sheet and we're going to see the progression and how it's going to help you at the end of the month. This is a goal sheet that I like. Tracy might have another one for you that she recommends that you guys use. I do have copies of this and she can look at it. If it's something she wants to facilitate to you, she can. But the nice thing about a goal sheet is it gives you a vision. It gives you something to strive for. It kind of tells you what you're in for your business and what you want. It gives you something to follow. It creates a vision. It shows you what's possible. It keeps you accountable. It's the lifeline of your business every month. The goal sheet also prepares you to determine your paycheck. Now, sometimes when you set goals, they don't always come to fruit like you want, and that's okay. But the idea is to get into the habit and creating a goal sheet so you know what your month is going to look like. Okay? So the next thing you're going to want to know is how you're gonna fit all this in. You've got your goal sheet, you know, you've got activity, you've got one-on-ones, you've got appointments, you've got a team you're working with. How are you gonna fit that all in? So what I like to recommend is something called chunking your time, okay? So what I have here is I have an example of a weekly calendar, Sunday through Saturday. Sunday through Saturday. It's a full week. Okay? So you got your 7 days here, and it's broken down into time, okay? So Tracy and I were talking a little bit earlier, and we were saying, you know, as at any level in this business, in your personal life, in your business life, in your home life, your kids' life, social life, all that, it's really important to find balance. Now, trust me, with 3 kids and a husband and running crazy, balance is really hard for us. It's really, really hard. And I will be completely honest with you, I'm not perfect at this. I'm not perfect at filling this out and chunking my time. But when I am, and I stay consistent, it works. And it helps me, it helps my family, it helps my business, it helps my team, it helps me be better because it gives me a sense of calm. So where am I going with this? We're going to take our goals on our goal sheet, right? And we're going to figure out where we're going to put this all in our week. But the first thing you're going to do even before that is you're going to put in your family time, your husband time, your family time, your work time if you have another job. You're going to put in your kids' sports. You're going to put the things that happen monthly or weekly, actually weekly on this, into your week. And then if you want to be really creative, you can follow this. You can color code everything. I'm not that type. Some of you might be, and that's okay. But then what you're going to do is you're going to see where you have the time left to devote to your business. Okay? So if you follow this, hang on. Okay. I'm supposed to pass out sheet. Okay, this is the goal sheet. I'll pass it out. I'll have Tracy look at it first. And not to put you on the spot, if you don't want to share this, if you have another one that you want to share with them,
I'm so possessive. I don't want to share.
but that's okay. And the thing is, that might give you an idea. I mean, you can, like I said, that's a great goal sheet. I like that one. If you structure your month and have your month detailed on your calendar, you will see that by doing so, you will have plenty of time to fit in your calls and fit in your activities. Things are spread out in a certain way, so when the time comes at the end of the month, you have an organization about your business where you're not going to be scrambling and cramming those last couple days. And even if you do, it's okay, but this will help take off some of that pressure. By chunking your time and highlighting, you are adding balance to your life, to your family, and to your business. Okay, the next thing, the last thing I'm going to share is using your team reports. Okay, so I'm not techie. I need you to come to me. After Tracy had asked me if I had some slides or something to show, and I immediately said, "Oh God, no," because I don't even know how to do that. But I after the fact, I thought, "Gosh, I wish I knew how to do that," because I wanted to show you team reports and show you how that can help you get prepared for the end of the month. Okay, so if you've done the 2 tutorials in the new system, or if you haven't done the 2 tutorials in the new system, do them and do the 2 tutorials on team reports. Team reports is like a huge asset to your business, especially at the end of the month. In your reports, you're going to find so many good nuggets of information that are going to help you get all that, it's going to help you get volume or capture volume that you might not otherwise, okay, especially at month end. There you can find who needs to renew. Well, we all know when people want to renew, they're going to place an order. They're going to get, I think, do they get a free product now when they renew? Well, they get the special packs. There's perks for renewing. Also in team reports, we can see who has vouchers and when they're going to expire. Those are great. That's a great tool because if you're prepared and you've got your calendar and you've written things out, you've got your goals, you know who you're going to look at, who you're going to talk to, who you're going to call, you'll know what you're going to say to them when you call them. Hey, Susie, you have a $50 voucher and it expires on May 28th, and I'd really like to help you use that. $50 is a lot. So if you place a $150 order, Susie, you're only going to end up spending about $80. You're going to get a 50% savings on your order. That's $150 QV. You could have a lot of those in your team reports when you're going through there. So whether or not, finding out whether or not someone's done a 150 start order if it's been placed. Now, to my knowledge, you can still, if you haven't done a 150 order in your start month, you can do the remainder of that to equal 150 or more and still get your free product. That's a great way to get more volume at the end of the month. And then by reviewing past orders, you can go in, you guys, and you can look at past orders, and you can see what people have ordered months prior. And you can make a mental note of what they might be running out of. If you know they're buying nutrition and it was the month previous, the protein's almost out, right? So there's an ASVP pack waiting right there. Or if they did it 2 months before, because you get 2 bags. So you can figure that out by looking at that. So these reports are very helpful. They give you opportunity to call your PCs, et cetera, and service them. You can also predetermine when you will do this on your calendar. It doesn't have to be done the last day of the month. Okay?
It doesn't?
It can.
It was supposed to be done.
But I swear it'll save you so much stress. You know, when that system gets backed up and, you know, you have to backdate orders the next day, that's stressful. So by doing that, doing your calendar, setting your goals, knowing what you're going, you know, those are dots that all connect. And the ultimate, once you connect those dots, it's a successful month for you, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, the end of the month is a blast. And great things always happen that day. They really do. And it is fun sometimes to be in the scurry and the stress and trying to make those calls and get one last order and, you know, make a contest out of it and see who's gonna, you know, that can be fun. But if you're prepared, organized, and know where to get this information you need, your end of the month will be smooth. And by teaching your team to do the same, it will duplicate down and your business will grow ultimately. So that's my training. I wanted to keep it short and simple. I hope that helped. And thank you so much. Yes. What's your question, Brady?
It sounds like from hearing you developed a formula.
By accident.
But it doesn't matter because
I shouldn't say that.
just listening to you,
It
and you
happens
aware
once.
you have steps like, this is the step here.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's steps to success that you develop. And while they may not have been the same that Tracy said, because you said for your strengths,
Yeah.
you can develop a repeatable formula for success and not have to put so much pressure on the last 3 days of the month.
Yeah.
Where you can currently a year, you know, is a matter of 12 months, and you can just kind of keep doing this, you know, successful
Consistency.
career.
Yeah, consistency. And I'll tell you guys, I'm not perfect. I was just ask my husband. He's probably over there going, oh my God, she pulled that off.
Well, my family's not allowed to talk to me on the last day of the month. They just know. They're like, oh, that's right. It's
But you know,
8:30.
that course starts on Thursday.
Exactly.
The second weekend, and that's great because it's business in general, because yes, I do it translates in a lot of things. People have their finance, but you don't have to push everything in your final 3 days. If you can find a formula that works for you, and you can just adopt something.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, your goal sheets, they don't have to, you know, you don't have to, how do you say it? Well, really, goal sheets do tell your story. They really do tell you if you have a goal and you've written it down, what's the percentage? It's like a huge percentage of people will accomplish something if it's written down.
Yeah.
And I tell my team over and over again, and they just look at me like, okay. And that's okay. They're just not there yet. But the ones that do, it works. And I'll be honest, I am not perfect. I don't always write my goals down, but when I do, they work. And And really, like Brandon said, it's a matter of being consistent.
82.
What's that?
82.
82%? Yeah, that's pretty high. I mean, that's great.
Well, and I'm the same way. You know, I think we love for everybody to be on the same path, and let's write out our goals the first of the month, and then you check them on the 10th, and then the 20th. But I think you're right. When you really put it down, and this is a business, and you need to treat it like a business, and if your boss told you that you need to write down your goals and you need to turn them in on the 2nd of the month, we would do it.
Right.
But instead, because we're a volunteer army, then people think that they just won't do it, even though, hey, you know what, send me your goals. Because as coaches of our teams, we want to help you achieve those goals. So it's not just paper that we get and we go, oh, okay, they filled it out. Woo! No, okay, if you want to be here by the end of the month and you're here at the middle of the month, we can help you get there. And I love the chunking your time, because I know I am anal like that, and everything in my calendar is color coded. My daughter's purple, my son's
You're
blue.
Virgo. You're Virgo. Yeah. We talked about that.
So,
My mother's Virgo.
but if I can look at this, because as my husband knows, I don't know, like I'll wake up and maybe do this one day and maybe not do it the next day, but if I can consistently do that, how much better and more smoother our family's life would. No, you're not allowed to talk.
It's true though. It creates.
I'll
You know,
take flag.
We all talk. No. Right, you can take them off and you can move them because that show moved or, yeah, no, so I love that. That's awesome, and thank you so much for sharing that. Balance, everything needs to be balanced.
Before we do close though, I just want to remind everybody of a few things for our teams. We are doing the 99 and 90 days, so don't forget about that, you guys. So 9 consultants signed up in 90 days, and we have those incentives. And if you're just joining, you are in and in and in. You know, it doesn't matter when you start. You can sign up tonight, and you can start the 9 and 90 challenge. The top gift is an all expense weekend in Tahoe with a spa day. So that to me is worth it. The other thing is we have the Manhattan, thank you. Manhattan, what do they call it? Magic in Manhattan. So don't forget that if you do the 9 and 90, you're almost guaranteed to earn the Magic in Manhattan, which is, we didn't have the slide and I don't know exactly what all the numbers are, but it's sponsoring and it's volume as well. So it's on the source and you guys can check that out. That again is an all expense paid trip to New York. And if you do the top level, then it's a Tiffany trip as well, a trip to Tiffany's. $1,000 they will gift you to Tiffany's, and a tour. And like I think in the past they've done like a Broadway show, but hello, and Heather, and yeah, so
Include the airfare as well.
you know, we say just go for it, because even if you don't hit that goal, how much is your business going to grow and boom if you go for it? And then if you do, then awesome. We're all going to be jealous of you. Or we'll be with you. A few new ASVP packs. You guys make sure you read about those. They took out the one with the bestseller. Did they take out the skincare and the? No, which one did they took out? One of them. They added the cosmetic. They added a nutrition and a skincare one, which I think is going to be killer. You guys, everybody is looking, when we sign people up as consultants, that's the core presentation right there. And then just do know with the nutrition, the evolution is now a purchase with purchase. And it just started on Monday. Somebody was asking me about it on Friday because they were selling it already. So it just started. So make sure you are looking at that. Again, everything is on the source. And then finally, we have the Impact Tour that's coming to Sacramento. If you guys haven't experienced that, most of us did last year. It's like a mini GTC. And we have the best trainers, best of the best. August 22nd is the date for that. So we'll, again, be putting that out. And then make sure that you guys check the calendars for events that are coming up. We have the Jerry Rosenthal Summit. That's on the 23rd of this month. We have a Healthy Living on the 27th, which is going to be in Grass Valley. And there's a Healthy Living, and it's on the calendar. Um, yeah. And then this Saturday, we are having a champagne and cupcakes if you guys are interested at my house.
You know Of course you are.
Of course I am. And we have a little gift for one of our guests. So 277. Yes, it's you, Heather.
And then this gift is for somebody on my team who brought the most guests. So we will be.
Look at that. One. Although Stacy brought two because your son is a guest. Because I've never seen him before, right? Oh. Consultant. You understand? You can talk to your friends about this, and you can earn a paycheck. Yeah. Anyways, okay, we'll do that at the end. Jeanette, would you like to come up and close for us? Thank you.
So in closing, every time you ask me to close, you always start with what I end up talking about. It's funny. I was like, how did she do that? So I have a quote from Jen Cinero's book, You Are a Bad Blank Bleep. It's a book about how to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. And a lot of us on the team have read it or in the process of reading it. It's like my all-time favorite. It's like a reread, re-listen to over and over again. She's hilarious. She's just kind of a knock you upside the head with funny common sense. Hello, just, you know. So here's a quote from her book. It never ceases to amaze me the precious time we spend chasing the squirrels around our brains, playing out our dramas, worrying about unwanted facial hair, seeking adoration, justifying our actions, complaining about slow internet connections, dissecting the lives of idiots, when we are sitting in the middle of a full-blown miracle that is happening right here, right now. We are on a planet that somehow knows how to rotate on its axis and follow a defined path while it hurtles through space. Our hearts beat. We can see. We have love, laughter, language, living rooms, computers, compassion, cars, fire, fingernails, flowers, music, medicine, mountains, muffins, and we have Arbonne. I love this quote because it really kind of smacked me upside the head. It's been my journey this year. I actually signed up with Arbonne last year. And what happened is my friend and I were brainstorming and soul searching, and we need a business. We need our own thing to do, and looking at all different kinds of gigs to start. And she decided you got to sign up for Arbonne. I've used the products before; they're amazing. You need to sign up. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out, whatever. And so I got a catalog from her, and made an appointment to talk with Tracy in a couple days. And I sat home one night with a cup of tea and opened up the catalog. And as I flipped through the pages and read the articles, because everybody in the catalog is all Arbonne consultants, they're not paid, models, read their little story captions from where they went to where they are now, read the ingredients on the products, and with each flip of the page, I found myself getting more and more excited and falling more and more in love and being more and more excited about these different people that made something from difficult situations or from, different jobs into just selling these amazing products. And like I said, as I read the ingredients, because I was slowly starting getting into reading labels and paying attention to things and wanting to go organic. And by the last page, I was just like, okay, I think I found this, but let's go talk to Tracy now because she's driving the Mercedes. I got some questions for you. So I drilled her and we had coffee. And by the end of the conversation, I was like, okay, amen. Let's do this. So I launched my business. I ran it for a few months, and then it was hard, and my little self-doubt and squirrels were running through my head. And
one foot in, one foot out. I love the products. I want to do this, but is this really for me? Is this something I can really do? Oh gosh, it's such an investment. I'm a single mom with 4 kids.
It fizzled. But there was always something in the back of my mind that I would always tell people, no, I'm not doing the business right now, but my foot's in. I'm never gonna really let it go. And sure enough, the beginning of this year, I knew that renewal was coming up, and I was still struggling with trying to figure out what I wanted to do and wanting to escape my job really, really bad. So I started tugging out my mind and my heart. I came to another team meeting, and I was like, dang it, I'm in love again. Let's go. Now I got to process through all these squirrels again. One more time. Let's go. If I'm going to do this time, I'm going to be in both feet, not 1 foot in, not 1 foot out, not self-doubting. Let's just do this. Clear the squirrels. I'm done doubting. I'm done thinking, and I'm in. I realized one night, everything that I've been soul searching about wanting to do, wanting to get out of my job and the kind of career I wanted. I realized one night it was like smack upside the head. Arbonne answers all your questions. I realized I love speaking in front of people, and I always kind of wanted to try to figure out how to do that. Hello. I love the products, and I'm all about nutrition and eating healthy and reading labels and paying attention. And the more I learned about the products, I was like, oh yes, I need these products. And as a single mom, very limited income, I can't afford to go on a vacation with my kids. I have 4 kids. 18, oldest is 18, so really 3 now, but still, I can't afford it. Hello, work my business, and I can win trips, and I don't have to pay for them. I just work a business. So I finally was just like, okay, I'm done. I love it. I'm gonna make it to GTC. After much stressful deliberation, it's like, that's my investment I'm in, and I'm so glad that because it did. It solidified everything for me with this business. And really, it comes down to just simplify it. Don't think about it. Don't let those squirrels run around. Don't doubt it. If you use the products, you're gonna love them. You can't use them and not love them. There's something for everybody. And like she says, it's now. It happens now. Just do it, and you will love it. And it's a world of motivation and encouragement and uplifting, and challenge yourself and get past those fears and read books to better yourself. You don't find that in any other job. In the corporate world, you do not find that. I had a business office appreciation week after coming back from GTC, from getting a purse and getting bracelets and being showered and encouraged and motivated. I got an email picture of flowers. Thanks for all you do. The next day, day 2, was a word search of all the words that I do all day long. Thanks for all you do. I'm like, yeah, this doesn't cut it. So, like Jen Snarrow says, we have an amazing world. We have an amazing business. Just do it, love it, live it, and you will never regret it. So I hope you all join us. For your guests, thank you for coming. If you have any questions, we're full of answers all the time. We love talking about it. Thank you.
Yay, thanks for coming.